Watch this. Create a folder called Sweet Rice Bakery. Add a landing page with a hero section, a menu with 6 items and prices, a contact form, and make it look like a real business. One sentence, no code. 15 seconds later, a working website with a menu, a contact form, colors, layout, everything. That was not Photoshop. That was not some developer friend helping me out. That was one English sentence typed into something called Claude Code. And a personal injury attorney did something even more impressive with this last month. But we will get to him. I have spent 20 years in tech, built systems, led teams, shipped products across 2 continents. And the first time I typed a plain English instruction into Claude Code and watched files appear on my computer, I sat there staring at my screen. Because I realized everything I thought I knew about how humans interact with AI was about to change. Here is why this matters to you. You have been using ChatGPT for 2 years now. You open it, you paste something in, you copy the response, you paste it into a Google Doc, you go back, you paste something else, copy, paste, and you call this using AI. Meanwhile, and I need you to hear this, people with zero coding experience are telling an AI to build entire projects directly on their computer, in their actual files, not in a chat window, on their machine, and the AI just does it. That is the gap nobody is talking about. Chat AI versus action AI. One talks to you, the other works for you, and most people do not even know the second one exists. This is Claude Code, and it is not a chatbot. Let me walk you through what just happened on my screen, because once you see this, you cannot unsee it. I opened the Claude Code desktop app. It looks like a chat window, familiar, simple, nothing scary. But instead of chatting in a browser, it is connected to my actual computer, my files, my folders, my projects. I typed one instruction in plain English, no terminal commands, no programming syntax, no jargon, just what I wanted. And Claude Code did not give me a response to copy-paste. It created files, real files, on my computer. I watched it happen in real time. First, it made a folder, then an HTML file appeared, then a CSS file for the styling, then it structured everything into a clean project. I opened that HTML file in my browser, and there it was, a professional bakery website with a hero image section, a menu with prices, a working contact form from one sentence. Now watch what happens when I add to it. I type add an online ordering section with a cart. Let customers pick items from the menu and see a running total. Claude Code reads the existing files it just created, understands the structure, then adds new code to the same project. A shopping cart appears. Items from the menu are clickable. The total updates live. I did not touch a single line of code. I told it what I wanted twice, and I have a functioning bakery website with online ordering. 3 things make this fundamentally different from ChatGPT. First, it works on your computer, not in a chat window. It reads your files, creates new ones, organizes folders, runs commands. It is not having a conversation with you. It is working alongside you. Second, it can hold an entire project in its head. 1 million tokens of context. In plain terms, that means it can read and understand thousands of files at once. Your whole project, not just the paragraph you pasted in. Third, it does not just answer, it acts, it creates, it builds, it edits, it runs. ChatGPT gives you text, you copy somewhere else. Claude Code does the work right where you need it. And it costs $20 a month, same as Netflix, same as a couple of lattes, $20. Some people have replaced tool stacks costing $293 a month with this single subscription. Content tools, writing tools, automation tools, coding tools replaced. One tool, $20. It connects to over 200 external services through something called MCP, GitHub, Slack, Notion, Stripe, databases, you name it. But do not worry about that yet. Because there is one file, one single file, that turns Claude Code from a tool into your personal AI team. And I will show you that in a minute. First, I need to address the thing you are definitely thinking. This sounds incredible for developers, but I am not a developer. Neither was the guy who won first place. Anthropic, the company behind Claude Code, held a hackathon earlier this year. 13,000 people applied. 500 got selected. They each got 1 week and some API credits. Build whatever you want. First place went to Mike Brown, a personal injury attorney from California. He built a tool that speeds up building permit compliance reviews. He does not write code, he never has. He described what he wanted in English and Claude Code built it. Third place, Dr. Mikhail Nedoshitko, an interventional cardiologist based in Brussels. He built heart diagnostic software in 7 days. While working hospital shifts between patients, a Ugandan infrastructure worker took a top 5 spot with a tool that turns road footage into investment recommendations. The pattern was impossible to ignore. Most of the winners were not software engineers. Someone put it perfectly. High agency people from all industries are more valuable than mediocre software engineers for the next era. And it is not just hackathon winners. Versal released data this year showing that 63% of people building with AI coding tools are not developers. The majority, teachers, marketers, lawyers, entrepreneurs, parents. Here is the data point that should really make you pay attention. Microsoft, the company that owns GitHub and sells Copilot, a direct competitor, has widely adopted Claude Code internally for its own engineering teams. When the company selling the rival product switches to yours for critical work, you do not need any other signal. An economist shared this online a few weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, I was a Claude Code skeptic. I am not a coder. None of the use cases seemed relevant. I managed teams and projects drowning in emails and overdue reminders. So I tried creating tools that would help me, and holy crap. So no, this is not a developer tool anymore. This is a leverage tool, and it works in plain English. Think about that for a second. The most powerful AI coding tool on the planet. 46% of developers call it the most loved tool in the category, more than Cursor, more than GitHub Copilot. It hit $2.5 billion in revenue in under a year. 300,000 businesses use it, and the people winning with it are not programmers. They are people who understand problems and can describe what they want. That is you. That is literally you. So now the real question, you open this thing for the first time, what do you actually do? 2 ways to start. The easiest is the desktop app. You download it from Claude.ai, open it, and it looks like a chat window with a folder selector. Pick a folder on your computer and start talking. The second way, even easier, is the web version at Claude.ai/code. Zero installation, open your browser and go. Here is what I would type if I were you tonight opening this for the first time. Look at all the files in this folder and tell me what is here. Then organize them into subfolders by category and give me a summary. Watch what happens. Claude Code reads every file, understands the contents, creates a logical folder structure, moves files where they belong, gives you a clean summary. You just gave your first instruction. No code, plain English. Now try something a little more ambitious. Create a spreadsheet that tracks my monthly expenses. Add categories for rent, groceries, transportation, entertainment, and savings. Include formulas that total each category and show what percentage of my income each one takes. Watch Claude Code think, plan, build a complete expense tracker from one sentence. That is 2 projects in your first 5 minutes. No tutorials needed, no courses, no boot camps. You typed what you wanted and it built it. Want to go further? Try this. Read all the PDF receipts in my downloads folder, extract the date, vendor, and amount from each one. Create a spreadsheet with all the data organized by month. Claude Code opens each PDF, reads the content, pulls out the data, builds the spreadsheet, saves it. What would take you an afternoon takes 90 seconds. Now here is the file I promised you, the one that changes everything. Create a file in your project called Claude.md. Inside it, write everything about what you are working on, your goals, your preferences, the context behind your project, who it is for, what matters most. Claude Code reads this file automatically every time it starts. It is like giving your AI employee a training manual. Instead of explaining yourself every session, your Claude.md does it for you. The biggest beginner mistake is skipping this file. Do not. And if you create another file called SKILL.md, that is a saved instruction, a recipe, you write it once and Claude Code follows those instructions every time you invoke it. Skill files are what turn a powerful tool into a personal AI team. One skill for writing emails, one for organizing files, one for building reports. Each one is a few paragraphs of plain English instructions. Congratulations! You now understand Claude Code better than 90% of people who have been using ChatGPT for 2 years. Now I know what you are thinking. $20 a month? What is the catch? The Pro plan at $20 is everything you need to start. Desktop app, web interface, CLI if you ever want it, all the models, enough usage for focused work sessions. Honest truth, you will hit usage limits eventually. Everyone does. When that happens, it means you have been productive for hours straight. Take a break, come back. For most people, Pro is more than enough. 3 mistakes that slow beginners down so you can skip them. 1. Do not ask Claude Code to build an entire app in one instruction. Break it into steps. First, create the layout. Now add a navigation bar. Now make it responsive. Small specific instructions get better results than massive vague ones. 2. Always create that Claude.md file first. I cannot stress this enough. It is the single biggest lever for getting good output. 3. Start with something you know. A project you understand, files you recognize. You will learn what Claude Code can do by watching it work on something familiar. The data backs this up. Research shows task completion time drops from 3.1 hours to 15 minutes with Claude, a 92% reduction. That is not a marginal improvement. That is a different reality. McKinsey found that solopreneurs using AI automation earn $127 an hour compared to $31 for manual workflows. 4 times more productive. Same hours, same person, different tools. And here is what really matters. Workers who learn AI tools show 27% higher job retention rates according to Brookings. AI-skilled professionals earn 56% more than peers in the same role. This is not a nice-to-have skill anymore. It is the line between who thrives and who gets left behind. By the way, I put together a free cheat sheet with 50 AI business ideas that actually work with income potential and exact tools for each one. Link is in the description. Grab it if you want. Here is what I want to leave you with. You are not a coder. You never need to be. In 2026, they have a word for what you are about to become, an outcome engineer. You describe what you want in plain English. The AI handles execution. That is the shift. That is what this video is really about. Not a new tool, a new category. Chat AI talked to you. Action AI works for you. And right now, most people are stuck in the first category without even knowing the second one exists. Here is what I want you to do tonight. Go to Claude.ai, sign up for Pro, $20, open Claude Code, pick one folder on your computer, give it one instruction in plain English. Watch what happens. Remember that bakery website I built with one sentence at the start of this video? Your first project can be that simple. And if you want the exact skill files, templates, and a community of people doing this together, I built Agent Skills Academy on School for exactly this. Comments start below and I will send you the Claude Code Starter Kit, a 3-step install guide, your first SKILL.md template, and 5 beginner instructions to try tonight. AI is the great equalizer. $20 a month, plain English, no code required. The revolution belongs to the common person, and it starts tonight.